Welcome to the Sunset Archon channel, where we aspire to gain from night to first light. And in spite of the PlayStation Network causing all kinds of grief today, it was just stable enough, for just long enough for me to get through the authentication process to log into Honkai Star Rail, and that is what we're playing today. On another note, it was also stable enough for me to just get through my usual routine in Genshin Impact and Zenless Zone Zero, but didn't want to milk it for too long, so I wrapped up that stuff, immediately started up Honkai Star Rail to make sure I could get in. And I was able to make it without a problem. Well, yeah, I hope everyone is doing well today. Again, PlayStation Network has been having extreme difficulties for the last 24 hours now. And one thing I noticed, I really didn't notice it because I was already playing Honkai Star Rail yesterday. And because I was already logged in, I didn't have to deal with the PlayStation Network in that capacity at all. I was already connected to the Hoyoverse game server. So as long as you can get past that first hurdle, you're good for that amount, whatever amount of time you decide to stay online. But that hurdle is large. So over the course of the day, I've learned a bit about whatever's going on. Apparently, when it comes to games, the three Hoyoverse games I play anyway, it seemed to center around just the authentication process of logging in. That just crippled the entire game. You were not able to do anything. It really says something, not just about the game, but the service that allows you to log in when you can. Not only can you not log into the game itself, but you also can't see the terms of service and whatnot of the game until you log in. Not really a big deal, but it does make you think a bit. And surprisingly, there was one game that actually did work that you would expect to have some kind of online authentication. Infinity Nikki, which I streamed earlier today. Unfortunately, just like the first stream, I softlocked. But this time it wasn't entirely my fault. It was someone that I actually had on my account as a friend. Actually sent a friend request, accepted friend request. We are friends in that game. However, with the issue going on with the PSN, you can log into Infinity Nikki, but if you go to your friends list, it says you have no friends, even if you do have friends. So it does not cache your friends list in your account. It does not cache the messages sent between friends in your friends account, which honestly is a good thing. You just don't just want your correspondence just hanging there. That's a whole nother can of worms. But here's the funny thing. So with the issue with the PlayStation Network, it does not recognize that I have friends, but this person who is my friend, but not on that list at the time, tried to send me a message, and guess what? Apparently it went through, ever so slightly. The PlayStation Network, or whatever, was working to the degree that I was able to get the notification, that little red dot that shows you that you got a message. But without, I'm guessing that had something to do with the Infinity Nikki servers itself, but anything actually having to do with message correspondence would fall under the purview of PlayStation Network. At least that's the understanding I'm getting. So, it gave me the notification, but did not give me the message. So I actually clicked on that to see if I would get the message, opening that stupid pair pad, and because it could not open the message, it basically soft locked me within the pair pad. Yeah. 2 streams in a row I was soft locked. And I also crashed my bike into a lake and cannot retrieve it, but that's another problem altogether. Anyway, fun morning. Very fun morning with all kinds of messed up glitches that are resulting from this PSN outage. So, while it is a great inconvenience that we can't just log into our games or even access the games we bought and paid for. Yeah, but the games I'm talking about are free. Free to play. It's still fascinating to actually try. To actually try to open these games in situations where they were not tested for. I'm guessing Infinity Nikki was tested before launching it on the PS5, but that was with a working PS5 network. So we are I was finding a whole litany of new bugs that probably weren't documented. It's really some fascinating stuff. But at the same time, it brings up a whole new level of concern with digital-only storefronts. The rumors that we're not going to be having discs with the next generation of PlayStation console. All that nonsense, because it's not just online play, it's also the online store. It's also the online store, microtransactions, if you actually get into that. Then there's also not just the purchase of the games, but the downloading of the games, and then the authentication of said games once they're fully downloaded. And that's the thing, it all comes back to authentication. And in a ecosystem like the PlayStation Store and everything, authentication is the linchpin of the entire workflow. If that fails, everything is screwed. Absolutely everything. Logging in. Notifications if you use the PlayStation app on your phone. Using that. I have a lot of words to say about the PlayStation Portal, but I'm going to keep it PG. Bottom line, this just shows, one, if you're going to create a ecosystem for literally everything and try to link it to everything, because let's face it, PlayStation is trying to require PlayStation accounts for Steam game downloads. If they had their way, this would be a problem. This would be a major problem that would cause riots across multiple communities. You'd think they'd at least have a backup service if the main authentication service went down. Not something to replace it outright, but something to just keep basic services online long enough to keep people not rioting while they figure out what is going on that's causing the main service to fail. So yeah, this... I honestly wasn't an online player 14 years ago when that massive PlayStation Network hack happened. I was still just playing single player on my PlayStation 3, enjoying Sonic Unleashed. That's the limit of my gaming back then for PlayStation. That, and also some PlayStation 2 games, the occasional PlayStation 1 game. You know, back when connecting to the internet was an option rather than mandatory. But from what I hear, it was bad back then. And now, people are worried that we are witnessing the sequel. I really hope it's not the sequel. I really don't want to have to go through all my devices and change passwords. But I was able to actually log in. I am going to give the devs the benefit of the doubt that they know what they're doing. That the devs working on this problem actually know what they're doing. I'm gonna give them the benefit of the doubt and just roll with it, see how things go. That said, silence, still not a good sign, but at least this stream right here is proof that it's being worked on as fast as possible. Alright. And with that out of the way, let us get to the timers. Just need to get all that off my chest. We have 2 days and 22 hours estimated until Genshin Impact 5.4 maintenance. Who we're kidding, it's not estimated anymore. 40 days until Atelier Yumiya comes out. And 110 days until Rune Factory Guardians of Azuma is released. Still nothing on Dragon Quest 1 and 2 HD 2D Remake, Metroid Prime 4 Beyond, or Pokemon Legends Zeta Egg. Alright, so let us jump right into the game. Wait a minute. Ah, that's why. Okay. So this stream is going to be a bit behind. Because I forgot to change the latency settings before starting this thing. But hopefully it's not that bad.
Why have we stopped?
Don't worry, miss. I have a favor to ask, that's all.
Favor? Count me out. What if we do it wrong and you get your cloud cronies to throw us in jail?
I shouldn't have doubted you. Please accept my apologies. Our road ahead is barricaded, do you see? The soldiers stationed here must have moved these into a roadblock. I'd like to see us try. They're extremely heavy. Even with all of us, we wouldn't be able to move one. Not that I'm doubting your skill, but I'd feel terrible if you hurt yourselves in the process. If I'm not mistaken, the containers in the Trove of Verdure can be moved around using a control panel. Oh, you've already put on quite the show. Do you think you'll be able to find and operate the control panel? It should be simple, right? I knew it. This will be a breeze for you. We just need to pass through here, take the barge to Starskiff Haven, and we'll be safe.
I just hope operating this thing under my own capacity isn't a felony here.
You know, you sound sweet.
Let's make it quick.
Yes, I can respond to chat. Thankfully, I do have it up on the side of my OBS.
You won't get away.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Alright, what do we got here? Feel lucky because it's 12 a.m. for you. My personal HSR mentor. Okay. I've been doing pretty good so far. I made it off of Eurilo 6. But that just shows I am way, way behind.
You mentioned the Stellaron?
You work for the Skyfaring Commission, so I assume you're aware of its destructive power.
Yes, I am. As an Amicassador, I've been to many planets and seen my fair share of Stellaron corrosion.
Let's go.
So the team is decent. Just need to replace Destruction MC with a Sustain. So with a healer or shielder. Yeah, I've just kept Destruction
Who's
on
next?
for simple AoE.
Turn it up.
So I can finish things as quickly as possible.
Amazing. But then again, it's me we're talking about.
Okay.
Can't stop the run.
You won't get away.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it, or rock with it!
Let's make it quick.
Time for the main event.
Just get a healer so you won't die. Okay. Well, I haven't died yet somehow.
Keep up.
But I will take your word for it if I am coming up to something that will kill me.
The best is yet to come.
There is just one problem with that plan going forward. I need to collect materials because I'm pretty sure I put near everything into this team.
Wow.
Can't stop the run.
You won't get away.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Wonderful.
Best is yet to come.
Should have max reserve resin if you haven't played in over a year. Let's see. Yeah, I have been grinding for materials. Let's see. I started playing again last Sunday just in time for that final raffle they were doing for Jades. This is all I have for reserve Trailblaze power. I don't even know what the max is.
You won't get away.
This is our chance. This is our chance.
Pretty good crowd today.
I don't have time.
So it's a courier crane? Where are you going? In Genshin terms, you must have some fragile resin. Okay.
Wow, good stuff.
Alright. Go around. Now. Let's just focus on the goal. That's a terrible artifact?
Wow.
Honestly, the beauty of playing a game and knowing nothing about it is that I make do with what I get. Without any sense of what's good or bad.
Get ready and watch your backs.
Leave it to me.
These targets will make for good practice.
Let's see.
Tread carefully.
Is that it?
Alright, let's see what we got.
Move carefully.
Ah. Should have kept Himiko. Yes, I do have Jade. For whatever reason, when I started up this game again, I just went for her banner, and then somehow I got her on the first 10 pull.
Don't hesitate.
Which I honestly find very bizarre.
Answer me.
Rules are made to be broken. Yeah.
Never seen perfection before? Open sesame.
A miracle.
Fighting is meaningless.
Your answers? Let's go.
They give you an easy 5-star when you pull in again. Is it also easy to get the weapon?
Expand.
Come on.
I've no interest in conflict.
Got the defense? Let's make it quick.
Yes.
Rules are made to be broken.
I don't have time for game. Huh.
Alright, I survived.
Finally. Look how many tail hairs I lost on the way. Oh, my beautiful tail. Well, we had a difficult start, but things got easier. Look, that's the barge I was talking about. Don't fret. All Amicacetors know their way around a star skiff.
I was perfectly calm until she volunteered to help.
Please take your seats, everyone. We'll be off right away. On behalf of the Skyfaring Commission, allow me to welcome you to Starskiff Haven. On the Xianzhou Luofu, anything relating to aviation, navigation, and trade falls within the scope of the Skyfaring Commission, which is one of the 6 commissions of the Luofu. As the biggest port on the ship, Starskiff Haven is governed by the Skyfaring Commission too.
You definitely sound like a... what was it again? Oh, Amicaciter. By which I mean, nice speech.
That's too kind of you. My job involves ferrying business delegates to and from Starskiff Haven, so I do this kind of introduction all the time. Anyway, we're safe now. Normally I'd be a good host and take you around, but these are difficult times. Let's head to the Palace of Astrum first and report your arrival to Madame Yukong.
Palace of Astrum?
Right there, the tallest building in the city. It's also the headquarters of the Skyfaring Commission. Let's hurry, we haven't got much time. I don't mean to rush you, but if Madame Yukong holds me accountable for not getting you over soon enough, I wouldn't want to be around for the consequences.
Sounds scary. I thought you said she was kind-hearted.
We need to make a few preparations before paying a visit to any of the 6 commissions. Rest assured, Miss Tingyun, we won't go anywhere. If you could inform Madame Yukong of our arrival first, we'll meet you at the palace entrance later.
Very well.
Little Miss Fox moves at quite the pace. I can't keep up with her. I've spent too long on the bench. Let's catch our breath for a while, huh? We can expect a packed schedule ahead. That might be a little harsh, but she does put her own interests first. She did the right thing by not trusting us initially. We were an unknown quantity to her. As for the rush, my guess is she's just eager to get us out of her hair and further up the chain. It'll be all right. We're not trying to stand in her way. We have nothing to hide from her.
We didn't have anything to hide in Bellabog either.
Not so fast. I need to give you two a heads up first. Our meeting with Madame Yukong won't be without risk. We need to be prepared and take it seriously.
She is a top Xianzhou leader. Oh, Mr. Yang, do you think this could be Bellabog all over again?
No, the Xianzhou Alliance is better than that. But Madame Yukong will definitely have a string of difficult questions for us. Why did we choose to come to the Xianzhou now? How did we know that the incident is related to a Stellaron? Who leaked their information to us? Careless answers mean distrust and potential hostility, which would make things much harder for us.
Huh, crud. One of us is gonna blurt something out, or get something wrong, I just know it. See?
Don't worry. We'll find a way through. Let me do the talking.
Watching the beginning of the story, now knowing everything that will happen, it's painful yet beautiful. Yeah, I had a feeling that would be the case. For a lot of people, especially since it's been 486 days since my initial Honkai Star Rail stream. More than a year. This is a vending machine? This is still 1.0 storyline, by the way. 1.0. Yeah, I realized that it was... the game is now in version 3.0. I had to download about 72 gigabytes just to catch up. I think I downloaded 2.0 at one point, but that was just so I would be able to get Dr. Ratio. I didn't get back into the game. I just made sure I had him for when I inevitably came back. Okay. Thankfully, I can just teleport here. Oh, joy. I can't go to the shopping area. How your PS5 isn't a heater right now, I don't know. I keep it in a decently ventilated position. I don't just crowd it in a wall, near a wall, or in a entertainment center. Just out in the open, actually getting fresh air, for one. Paimon Easter egg, by the way. Huh. But yeah. And I also make sure to clean the fans every once in a while just so I don't have a fire hazard on my hands. I do the same thing with my PlayStation 3. I haven't plugged in the PlayStation 4 in a few years now, ever since the whole update issue with it. That one update that would actually brick a PlayStation 4. I do have a lot of good saves on it, and I'd like to get it back up and running eventually. One good save of One Piece World Seeker. Okay. So we have befriend a stranger, so it is connecting. Yes! We're back! All services are up and running, and you can actually see other PSN players online as well. Alright, so it looks like things are finally resolved. Alright. Bricked is also a term we use in modern HSR. It means a terrible account. Well, something can be terrible, but you never know. There might be someone out there who can make something from nothing.
Oh, you're here already? Sorry to keep you waiting. Madame Yukong is expecting you.
Are you not coming?
Oh, that's what you meant with a guard. How about we explore the area ahead of us later?
I've brought Madame Helmmaster up to speed. It's over to you now.
Yes, madam.
Report the losses to General Jing Yuan and find someone from the Divination Commission. They can't just stand there watching while we deal with this mess. Greetings, guests from the Astral Express. Ting Yun has informed me of the purpose of your visit. Receiving guests isn't normally one of my responsibilities. But since you know about the Stellaron and have stated that you want to help the Law Fu, I thought I should at least meet you in person and politely decline your proposal. The Xianzhou Alliance knows what a Stellaron is, and is more than capable of handling it ourselves. We have been around for over 8,000 years, and weathered countless dangers and crises. While the situation is serious, we have more than enough resources to spare. Outsider help is not needed on this occasion. You are guests from afar. There is no reason for this matter to concern you. Am I making myself clear?
From what we've gathered, the influence of the Stellaron can still be contained. If we can locate it in time and contain it, it's possible that we can restore any space and any individuals affected by the corrosion. We have experience in preventing Stellaron disasters, and we've only come here to lend you that experience.
I've said this and I'll say it again. This is an internal affair of the Xianzhou Alliance, and there is no need for the Astral Express to get involved. I decided to arrange a meeting with you as a gesture of respect, but my decision is final.
But...
Never mind, Mr. Yang. If the Xianzhou Alliance say they can handle it, then we're wasting our breath. Let's go.
I'm afraid that's impossible.
Huh? And what's that supposed to mean?
It's only been a few days since the presence of a Stellaron was detected on the Luofu. Starskiff Haven has been under full lockdown. No one has been permitted to leave. How did you come to know of the incident? And what led you to conclude that it was linked to a Stellaron? I acquired the access history of Starskiff Haven. Not long ago, someone hacked into the system and opened the Jade Gate, before guiding you, the Astral Express, into our territory. The hacker was skillful and even taunted us with her seal. Her name is Silverwolf, a member of the Stellaron Hunters. What say you in your defense?
I'm just gonna keep my mouth shut for the whole time. Stick with the plan.
You are forbidden from leaving the Skyfaring Commission until the aforementioned questions have been investigated.
Don't be too harsh, Yukong. If this gets out, the whole galaxy will think the Alliance has forgotten how to treat our guests.
General Jingyuan.
It's very unlikely that the Express has joined forces with the Stellaron Hunters. They are mortal enemies, after all. Apologies for interrupting your meeting. My name is Jingyuan. I'm the General of the Cloud Knights here on the Luofu.
General, this is an internal affair for the Luofu.
I fully agree with you, Helm Master Yukong. This is indeed an internal affair. I am sorry, guests of the Astral Express. It is true that there is a Stellaron on the Luofu, but I'm afraid I cannot accept your kind offer to help resolve the issue. This is a Xianzhou matter, and it is our responsibility to handle it. Of course, it would be inappropriate of me to let you return without something to show for it. While I cannot accept your help with regard to the Stellaron, I do have a favor to ask. Please, after you. The Astral Express. I must confess that the train's reputation precedes it, such that it is often close to my thoughts. How delightful to come face to face with its passengers. It's an honor to meet you, General. May I ask what the favor you spoke of is? A matter that requires capable people such as yourselves. We captured a member of the Stellaron Hunters a few days ago, who goes by the name of Blade. During our investigation, the Divination Commission, the department in charge of intelligence processing, intercepted a transmission sent out by his accomplice, Kafka, who has managed to hide aboard the ship. As for where that transmission was destined... I have some knowledge of your relationship with the Stellaron Hunters. The Divination Commission is convinced that you made an alliance with them. I say that's impossible. The crew of the Astral Express are honorable people whose valiant deeds are lauded across the universe. There must have been a misunderstanding. As such, I came to the conclusion that the communication must have been an attempt by the Stellaron Hunters to sow dissent between us. We can handle the Stellaron, but it will take time and will require the bulk of the Cloud Knights on the ship. It is this Kafka that concerns me. The longer she stays on the ship, the bigger the threat she will pose. Since the Stellaron Hunters lured you to our ship, we shall move with the current. You are hereby authorized to do as you deem fit on the Luofu.
with the goal of bringing Kafka out of the shadows and under our control. Doing so would clear the misunderstanding between us, reveal the true intentions of the Stellaron hunters, and help us understand their connection to the Stellaron burst. What say you, my astral guests?
What do you think?
Oh, finally I could break my silence. Let's move with the current and help out.
If you are able to capture this Stellaron hunter, the Xianzhou will be indebted to you. The Luofu never fails to reward that which is given.
Okay.
Wonderful. It's a deal then. I shall notify Yukong that all intel is to be shared with you, and that our best personnel are to aid you in your search. If there's anything the Skyfaring Commission or the Cloud Knights can do for you during your stay, don't hesitate to make it known. I've heard of you. The Alliance is very interested in the Astral Express. Blade is wanted by both the Corporation and the Alliance. I'm afraid I cannot comment on his file. There are 5 known members of the Stellaron Hunters. Elio is their leader, but always stays behind the scenes. Most of the operations are led by Kafka. Had the Divination Commission not intercepted her encrypted transmission, she would have remained undetected for much longer. Bring her to us. Ordinary means may prove futile when it comes to this individual. But the Divination Commission has ways of... Don't misunderstand me. The Xianzhou does not engage in torture. Retrieving intel does not necessarily involve the use of violence. In any case, you can deliver her directly to us. Once we learn something, I will share every piece of information with you. If things go as planned, I would love to find the time to sit with all of you and hear about your experiences among the stars. My responsibilities to the Xianzhou have meant that I haven't had the chance to travel in many years. We had heard nothing of the Express for a long time. It is heartening to learn of its continued journey along that starward track. I have other matters to attend to. Goodbye for now.
Would have been nice to just see that hologram fade out, but okay. Don't mind me, just gonna take those papers.
Seeing as the General gave the order, the Skyfaring Commission will lend you our full support. The Stellaron Hunter investigation is in your hands now. I'll issue you a pass so you can access the facilities around Starskiff Haven. As for personnel, the skyports are currently all under maintenance, so we're thinly stretched. What I can do is send Tingyun as your guide. She'll take care of you during your stay.
I think we only scratched the surface of this General Jing Yuan.
Alright, thank you for stopping by. You have a good night. Thank you. I hope this journey continues to go smoothly as well.
I don't know about strange, but my gut tells me something is off. That's it. A minor detail, but curious. He avoided talking about Blade. Since the Cloud Knights have already captured a Stellaron hunter, why not use him to get to Kafka? Why rely on us? The Xianzhou is reluctant to involve outsiders in the Stellaron disaster, so why is it so keen on letting us capture a Stellaron hunter? Yes. The only sensible conclusion I can draw is that Blade had already escaped when Jing Yuan spoke to us, provided they even captured him in the first place. Therefore, given our connection to Kafka, we represent the only way of luring the Stellaron hunters in. That's why he asked for our help. He didn't want to let anyone else find out that Blade had already escaped. Now that we've figured that out, perhaps we can get closer to the core of what's happening here.
It's never straightforward.
Master Diviner, you heard our discussion. What do you make of it?
What do I make of it? The way of heaven is apparent, but the heart of humanity is often deceptive. Are you asking me to divine their true intentions?
That won't be necessary. The crew has nothing to do with the incident. Of that, I am almost certain. It isn't their intentions that trouble me. All I want is for them to lure out the one we're after.
Wasn't that my idea, General?
Indeed. Your counsel has always been a great help to me. You may use your discretion on the matters ahead of us.
Why don't you retire early and I use my discretion full time?
It is still too soon, unfortunately. If something goes wrong, you'll need a general to take the blame. How could I simply walk away and put you at such risk?
If you'd brought me that blade earlier, none of this would have been necessary. Wait, what are you up to exactly? Xingyuan, did you let him escape on purpose?
Me? I had no idea he might escape. Unlike you, my gaze never travels beyond the horizon. I take full responsibility. The Cloud Knights failed in their duty.
I can understand. There's a lot to take care of on the Xianzhou. You were bound to miss something. Thank goodness I'm here. On that note, perhaps it's about time you finally nominate me as your successor when the 6 charioteers next convene.
Yes. I have to go now. I'll leave this in your overwhelmingly capable hands, Fu Shen. There are 3 things in the world that I can't seem to rid myself of. The troubles of the Xianzhou, the papers on my desk, and the weeds in my garden.
General, Diviner Fu wants the General's position for herself. Everyone knows that.
She is very capable, but her intellect is burdened by a quick temper. I'll retire when she's achieved a better balance.
This Stellaron thing is easy. Blade escaped. Now we gotta go get him. Just say the word, and I'll solve this in a flash.
I can understand your impatience, and I know you want to prove yourself. Now is not the time. If you truly wish to become sword champion, you shouldn't be running around brandishing your sword at people, especially not a major criminal.
You think I'd lose to Blade?
I'm saying you need to have patience, Yanqing. Governing Xianzhou is different from a sword fight. The only way to build momentum is to work slowly. Besides, we still don't know who's really moving the chess pieces. There is something we must take care of before making our next move. As long as it remains unresolved, we're at a stalemate. That something is the Stellaron. How did it manage to bypass the Skyfaring Commission's inspections and the Divination Commission's predictions? Where is it now?
I say we bring those 2 Stellaron hunters before Diviner Fu. She'll get an answer out of them in no time.
I've asked our friends from the Express to take care of that for us. Worry not, you'll have your moment when the current stalemate is broken. You are my most trusted aide, and there are some things that I would only assign to you. Speaking of which, Yangqing... that boy. I suppose it is my fault. I should have given him an opportunity already. A sharp sword can't stay sheathed forever. My fear was that this might prove too big a setback. Bigger than his exuberance.
I feel like this just got more complicated. Alright, before we continue any further, we're just going to take a quick 5-minute break. I started this stream without restocking my drinks, just got to go get them. So, use this time to get up, stretch, get something to eat, drink, do what you gotta do, and I will see you in 5 minutes. And we are back.
Madame Yukong has asked me to look after you. Seems like we were destined to be in each other's company. The Skyfaring Commission has reserved rooms for you at the Petrichor Inn. When you finish your business here, how about some tea together? No. Though I'd appreciate it if you mentioned to Madame Yukong that you got a warm reception from me when you next see her. Better to be busy than idle, I suppose.
Well, here we are. I feel sleepy already. Oh, what? But we've done a whole day's work. What's the sun playing at? It felt like we spent the whole day in the Palace of Astrum. Jokes aside, did you see Madame Yukong frown at us? I thought her guards were about to jump out of nowhere and throw us in jail. I'd rather deal with monsters than these big shots. I mean, not that Madame Yukong doesn't have her merits.
Don't worry, my lips are sealed. But as her subordinate, I have to say that it's Madame Yukong's duty to keep her guard up. The Luofu is facing a crisis, and as head of the Skyfaring Commission, she is responsible for the security of the Xianzhou's customs and borders. She's actually a very reasonable old girl in private. They say that many years ago, Madame Yukong was an ace pilot in the Cloud Knights. She was a work hard, play harder type, known for her hot temper and incredible skill. Eventually, she became the head of the entire commission, which required her to learn patience and adopt a meticulous approach to her work. In any case, Madame Yukong instructed me to reserve the best rooms at the inn and have all your expenses covered. She wants to extend the full courtesy of the Xianzhou so that all of you enjoy your stay to the fullest. She specifically mentioned that if you wish to buy anything at the inn, be it food or otherwise, just let the innkeeper know. The commission will cover the cost.
Why don't you go back yourself? Seeing as our hosts are so thoughtful, I guess we should help ourselves. Right, Mr. Yang?
We should focus on our objective first. Seeing as Helmmaster Yukong was extremely reluctant to get us involved, am I right to speculate that the Skyfaring Commission has some leads on the whereabouts of Kafka?
Exactly right. The suspect is extremely cunning. She encrypted her transmission and timed her communication. We couldn't pinpoint her exact location. But as cunning as she is, the Divination Commission has managed to find something.
Here are the coordinates. It's up to you how to proceed. Our destinations may differ, but the orbits of the stars will eventually converge. See you later.
Precisely. That's the sound of a device.
Which means what exactly? This is a starship. There are all kinds of devices making weird noises.
Miss March, to the untrained ear, these noises may sound the same. But for the craftsmen of the Artisanship Commission, each machine has a different pitch and melody. The General sent for craftsmen, and they concluded that the sound came from the shipyard facilities in Stargazer Navalia. Now, get some rest and prepare yourselves for the operation ahead. I look forward to seeing you in action.
Let's take advantage of the rest. It won't be easy to track down Kafka the Stellaron Hunter.
Oh, let's let the Express know how we're doing. More importantly, let's see how Don Hung's doing. Ask him what he's up to. Then tell him we're having loads of fun.
Oh! After a day of dealing with what we've dealt with PSN, this is not a good sign. This is not good.
You've been standing here for half an hour. It's rare to see you like this. Are you worried about those two? Welt is with them. They should be fine.
Himiko, did you keep a copy of the Stellaron Hunter's transmission? Can I have a look?
Sure.
Not to mention, 45 system hours ago, a Stellaron burst occurred on the Lafu. An unexpected calamity, don't you think?
What exactly are you Stellaron Hunters trying to do? The Xianzhou Alliance aren't us. They won't give you time to explain. Once you draw the attention of the hunt, you become their prey. The Alliance will hunt you to the end of the universe.
Stop speaking in riddles, Kafka. Say what you have to say.
It's simple. That Stellaron has nothing to do with us, but the Xianzhou is convinced that we're responsible.
Stop!
Do you know him?
The Xianzhou is in danger. This man, If he's on the ship, then Welt, March, and him. Everyone is in grave danger. But...
Is he connected to that past you want to escape?
I can't leave them down there. It's just... I'm afraid my burden has finally caught up with me. And that everyone is about to be drawn in.
Is there anyone who doesn't carry around a past burden? She may not remember it, but even a girl as carefree as March has hers. We tread on a path that is hidden from us. The things we see and the trails we blaze all become our baggage. They weigh us down, but they also give us strength to continue the journey. Try not to dwell on it, Don Hung. The Express spends 7 standard days at each stop. Its passengers are allowed to do as they deem fit during that time. Pom-Pom and I are more than capable of looking after the Express. If there's something you've got to do it now. Better than regretting it further down the line. And you'll come back and travel with us once this is all over, right?
You want to disembark, Don Hung? Changed your mind? Well then, Pom-Pom wishes you the best of luck. Make sure you return before the Express departs.
And bring Pom Pom back some local specialties?
Oh yeah, that's not good.
Can't send the message out. The network is down. But some functions still work?
Yeah. No matter how you look at it, this is creepy.
Virtually nothing has changed since I left. Apart from darkness, this place is all that I remember of the Lawful. Too late to repent. I've no interest in. Shattered Cloud Knight armor. A conflict with the Cloud Knights? Not likely. Mr. Yang wouldn't let that happen.
Things are about to get crazy.
Stay where you are. I can handle this. Emergencies should be dealt with by professionals.
Fighting is meaningless.
Want to see what I can do? Take this! Shape of the Rise Phoenix!
Huh. Chicken.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break! You're hurt.
It's okay. Phew. This one's strong, all right. Let me through.
A miracle.
With you two risking your lives for me, could I really stay where I am?
Immortality means forever.
Move carefully.
Want to see what I can do? Dodge this!
The truth of life and death, revealed in it. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Take this! Shape of Taishu! Rise Phoenix!
Eternal
The dead return!
No more playing nice.
Did that guard enemy literally just scream America for his attack? That I am not sure.
Are you two okay? Good. I'm Sushang of the Cloud Knights. I was just transferred here from the Yaoqing. I did tell you to let me handle it. I don't have eyes in the back of my head. What if I accidentally hit you?
Forgive me, miss, but you were too busy being hit yourself. It's a good thing I joined the fray.
I was protecting you more like. It's a Cloud Knight's job to protect others. And this area is under martial law. I'm escorting all civilians to safety. Follow me. That was some impressive Cloud Knight spearmanship. Which unit are you from? Huh. Okay, you're a civilian then. Come with me.
Miss Sushang, what exactly has transpired here? In all my trade visits, I've never seen Starskiff Haven in such a state.
I can't comment on that. I was just ordered to rescue the civilians. Actually, I have no idea either. Anyway, you two just need to come with me. Hey, you're pretty quiet. What's your name? I've got forms to fill out. Can't put your name down as blank.
My name is Dan Hung. I'm a traveler. I'm on my way to meet up with my friends. I appreciate the help, but I can leave the port on my own.
No can do, mister. It's way too late. You won't find anyone at Starskiff Haven. If your friends made it out, then they'll already be in the safe zone. No need to worry. You'll see them when we get there.
Aren't you going to take my name too, miss?
You already said it when we were busy fighting. Something. Lo Cha! Is that right? I remember it. Let's go. Stay close, you two. Cloud Knight Sushang will guarantee your safety. Oh, one more thing. I need you to write your names down later. I don't know too many characters. I might make a mistake.
Message not sent? Why not?
Long-range communication technology is still improving. Perhaps the presence of the Stellaron is affecting signal transmission.
Doesn't seem like it. Everything else is working fine. See?
In that case, it looks like someone wants to make things difficult for us. Since Kafka's here, I wouldn't be surprised if this turns out to be that Stellaron hunter hacker girl's handiwork.
Think you get away with your crime by pretending to be a waiter?
Dan Hung suddenly loses all ability to speak the moment he's a playable character. Yes. But in his defense, he really didn't want to come back here anyway, so he probably doesn't have much to say right now.
Oh, you've arrived. No, only an extra couple of hours. Stargazer Navalia is governed by the Artisanship Commission. It took me a while to sort out our paperwork. I got a sense of the situation on my way back. Just like at Cloudford, Stargazer Navalia's Meridian pin has malfunctioned. The checkpoint there is abandoned, and the garrison is scrambling to locate the Stellaron. With monsters wreaking havoc and the night scattered, Stargazer Navalia has become a perfect place for the suspect to hide out.
So we've got a bunch of monsters to deal with, an IPC most wanted Stellaron hunter to catch, and we have to do all that on our own without reinforcements? Fair enough. This isn't our first rodeo. That's the trailblazing life for ya.
I wouldn't say you're entirely on your own. When you're ready, let's get going. Shall we, my benefactors? Now, what's a hunt without a hound? Kafka is still at large, and the Skyfaring Commission wants this problem to go away. I made a few calls and managed to procure this from the Artisanship Commission. Perfect for hunting down suspects.
Aw, he's so cute! I mean, what can he do exactly? Are we gonna set him loose on Kafka?
and no. This is Ting, a bionic dog developed by the Artisanship Commission. He has all the 5 senses of the Foxian race and takes them to another level. Be it tracks or scent, as long as he uncovers a trace, he'll follow it all the way to the end. All we need to do is look for any trace left by Kafka. It doesn't matter how good she is at hiding, Ting will find her. But before we get started, let's play with his settings a bit and get him ready. To begin with, let's set him to scent detection mode. Tell Ting to follow the scent of my perfume and see what he can do.
An Ingenium dog, crafted by the Artisanship Commission, Ting. Use its locality probe feature to find suspicious odors and traces.
We need to follow these sparkly traces to find Miss Ting Yun, right? She's not in a hurry, that's for sure. Playing hide and seek with us while Kafka's still at large?
Elemental Sight, how I've missed you.
The traces, where did they go? Is Ting malfunctioning? Got it. He says the wind is too strong here at the port, so it's not easy to follow the scent. That's just the psychic bond between cute girls and cute puppies.
Using the environment to hide her traces. Our girl from the Skyfaring Commission sure knows how to put up a challenge. Let's look around and see if we can find any other clues.
Or we could ask around? Look how busy this place is. Someone must have seen Miss Ting Yun. That's not cheating, right? We're just collecting intel.
Yeah, unfortunately YouTube can be like that. Even at... right now it's at normal latency. Not low latency or ultra low latency, which I usually have it on. So I'm actually surprised that it's having issues staying at 1080p for the normal latency option. Yeah, I don't really care about talking to this IPC specialist. I just want what's on the table. Alright, there it is.
Miss Ting Yun must have left us these clues, right?
Ting should be able to pick up her traces now.
I'm sorry, this is a teenager? A teenage elixir seeker. I do not understand a word of what this kid is saying.
Looks good.
All right.
Tusk pear wrap, song lotus cake, guaranteed delicious.
You found me! Ting's quite handy when it comes to tracking, isn't he? If you pick up traces of Kafka in Stargazer Navalia, just switch him on. Don't let her escape. Who would have thought that Stargazer Navalia might become so quiet? Long were the nights when the clangor of hammers rose to meet the stars. People used to write poems about the shipwrights here. The Lafu relies on the star skiffs produced here to transport people and goods. Now that work in the shipyard has stopped, our internal transport and outbound flights might also grind to a halt. Of course, the silver lining is I don't have to go on as many trips anymore.
You don't seem to worry too much about the Xianzhou, Miss Ting Yun.
I wouldn't say that. A good businesswoman doesn't wear her heart on her sleeve. Besides, the Alliance has weathered plenty of challenges. We can handle this situation. Just to warn you, if we do run into Kafka, you'll have to do the fighting benefactors. I'd love to help, but there's very little I can do except cheer you on from the sidelines. Playing the Madame Yukong card, are we? That's not very heroic, now is it? Besides, the Madam Helmmaster simply asked me to assist you in navigating around Starskiff Haven. It's no different to any other diplomatic mission or delegate reception. I was never much of a fighter, and I'm not one for risking my life either. Getting D-Ting into your hands is already beyond the realm of my job description.
I'll definitely be putting in a few words next time we meet Yukong.
Understood. We won't put you out of your comfort zone, Miss Tingyun. When we run into Kafka, we'll do the fighting. And the capturing, for that matter. Thank you for showing us the way.
Before D-Ting can start tracking, you'll have to feed him some leads. If Kafka is hiding in Stargazer Navalia, she'll have left behind traces. Let's spread out and look for them. Leave no stone unturned. Shards of a Cloud Knight's weapon. Something really sharp caused this.
It must have been Kafka. She's got a scary sword.
Just beating enemies upside the head with a baseball bat, and the battle's over.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Okay. Good old HD, I'm not lagging behind. That's wonderful. Just in time for me to see the... Just in time for you to see me bash Fragmentum bat upside the head with a bat.
I know. Let's go and have a look. Is that a grenade? What's that on the side? It's lipstick. A small something for the lost. She's clearly taunting us.
Oh, how lovely, a dud grenade. It's the last thing I need.
You won't get away.
Just beating bats upside the head with a bat.
We need a strategy.
Time for the main event.
Keep up!
Never seen perfection before? Expand your thinking. Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
D-Tang smells something. What's this?
A jade seal used by the shipwrights. It opens various passages. It looks like someone used it and then destroyed it. Possibly Kafka.
We should have enough clues here to get Deeding on the move.
No time to lose. Let's give him the scent and let him lead the way.
I know what this is. It's an advertisement for a home use object finder.
There are IPC advertisements everywhere. It's about time I got in touch with their trade commissioner.
If only dealing with YouTube ads was that easy. Alright. Let the hunt begin.
I think we've rounded up all our suspicious clues. But did Kafka leave them behind on accident? Or on purpose?
She sure did put a lot of work into this gag, and I think we're the punchline. Making us run around like jerks? I bet she's loving this. I can almost hear her whispering, "Come and get me."
Don't forget, she's on the IPC's most wanted list. A fugitive that nobody can seem to pin down. And now we've become her prey while she stalks us in the shadows. Let's go, benefactors. Time is of the essence. We must be close.
And D-Ting got left behind. There he is. So we scan it, hide, then as soon as it turns around, right in the back.
Let's go.
You won't get away.
Oh right, some enemies explode. Yeah, fun stuff. Some are robots that explode, others are insects that explode. The idea is to make them explode at themselves.
Can't stop the rock!
You won't get away.
Perhaps you still don't understand. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Nuked from orbit.
The best is yet to come.
Too late to realize what's going on.
Let's make it quick.
You won't get away.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Now this is an excellent puzzle.
Looks good.
Could be better. Could be worse.
The scent. Where did it go?
Ah, when the trace of the hunted disappears, the hunter better think twice. It might mean the tables have turned.
Kafka.
These Cloud Knights aren't Mara struck. What did you do to them?
Just a little persuasion to get them to listen to me. But you know all about that already, don't you? Oh, what a hassle. This place is too far for the diviner. See you up ahead.
Not bad.
Really, bold?
It'll take more than that.
Alright, let's end this.
Rules are made to be broken.
Pretty good crowd today. Turn it up.
Quick! Don't let her
Reach the end
escape!
of the story in your own way.
March, not so fast!
You know, I'm just realizing this, but am I
Let's go.
beating up mechanical goldfish?
You won't get away. Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
Keep up.
I don't have time for games.
I have something for you.
Come on. Just a little more.
Let's make it quick.
This song's for you.
Let's rock.
And the chain reactions
Never seen
begin.
perfection before?
You won't get away.
Let's go.
Three, two, one.
Perhaps you still don't. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I know.
Again.
Rules are made to be broken.
Time for the main event.
And let's light them up.
Turn it up.
I don't have time for games.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it.
There we go.
You won't get away.
Looks good.
So as you can see, it may seem like I am on the very edge of death, but I always come back. And then I just eat some rice or comfort food to make up for what I've lost. Fun stuff.
Is that all?
I don't think I need Di Ting to tell me where to go. Wait, what? Oh, I almost got jumped by a goldfish. It's supposed to be the other way around.
Let's go.
You won't get away.
Looks good. Let's make it quick.
Turn it up!
You won't get away.
Swift battle. Oh wow, these goldfish have googly eyes, basically.
You won't get away.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
It's like these battles just happen with consistent result, almost like an exact science.
So close and yet so far. You'll have to pick up the pace.
There's no way through here. We need to think of a way to cut her off.
Don't worry about locked doors, benefactors. We can use the conveyor belts.
Is that all? Just a scratch.
You won't get away.
Preservation is determined by our actions.
Perhaps you still don't have. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Rules are made to be broken.
Reach the end of the story in your own way. So that's how it works. Looks good. We need a strategy.
Time for the main event.
Turn it up!
Expand your thinking.
Ready to lose yourself? You can fight it or rock with it!
You won't get away.
You just can't make things easy.
Welcome, Astral Expressors. Looks like you caught me.
Admit it, Kafka. You planned for us to come here.
I didn't plan anything. It was the future. We interfere on countless future possibilities and make the best future a reality. You speak too highly of us, Welt. The Stellaron Hunters are merely Destiny's slaves.
Best future? Best for who? As if you'd consider anyone but yourself.
If I said best for the universe, would you believe me? Best for me, naturally.
We're taking you to see the General of the Law Fu. You can profess your innocence all you like, but the General will decide your fate.
Oh, thanks. But no thanks. I can't stand moving at someone else's pace. We don't have much time. If I were you, I'd make a move before it's too late.
Not so fast.
Okay, so my max HP is finally in the thousands. You have got to be kidding me. Alright, fine. You want to play like that? Let's play like that.
Pretty good crowd today.
All at once? I don't have time for games. Here I come! Ready or not.
It'll take more than that.
Zoning out. Oh.
If I can help.
Rules are made to be broken! You're out!
Ready?
It'll take more than that. Let's make it quick. How about this?
One at a time. was just for you. Keep up with my tempo!
Curiosity. Endless riddles. But the answer is nothing but a void.
Ready to lose yourself? Fight it or rock with it. My music conquers all!
What's wrong? Never seen perfection. You just got to expand your thinking. Glimpse the unknown for a moment and let it captivate you.
Something for everybody. Watch your feet.
And the Trailblazer is down, but victory is still mine.
Let's rock! Oh.
Finally.
Rudimentary. Your every move has been foreseen by the Omniscient. Fushun, Divination Commission. I'll be taking the criminal from here. Greetings, crew of the Astral Express. This is our first encounter. Though given that I have encountered you in foresight, perhaps I should say the second. I am Fushun, Master Diviner at the Divination Commission and one of the 6 charioteers. Far-flung friends ought to be received with fine wine. But alas, the heavens, earth, and body are not aligned for such an occasion. You'll allow for postponement of the usual formalities, I trust? We should begin with the matter at hand.
What the actual heck is she saying?
If the method of my speech is offensive to you, you need but say.
We received an assignment from General Jing Yuan to arrest the Stellaron Hunter. Thank you, Diviner, for coming to our aid, but we must escort the fugitive to the General.
Essential. I hold a proclamation from the General here, if you care to see. Upon detaining the Stellaron Hunter, questioning and all further arrangements are to be undertaken by the Divination Commission.
Did the General just spare us a walk with Kafka? I knew he was a good guy.
Understood. However, the General promised that all intel would be shared with us. We have a right to know anything that Kafka divulges.
Oh? That guy. Can I go one day without him throwing me under the...
We won't make things any more complicated than they need to be. We just want to listen in on the questioning.
Very well. Urgency demands fluidity. The 3 of you shall accompany me to the Divination Commission.
Can't we do the questioning here? The Stellaron Hunters are slippery. What if she makes a break for it?
While I am here, she will not escape. Only the Divination Commission has the methods to make her talk and bring the truth to light. The time has arrived. We must depart. Please proceed.
Let's disembark here, benefactors.
I may live in relative seclusion, but I can recognize my own territory. Why did you bring us here? Does this look like the Divination Commission to you?
No need to yell, Master Diviner. The Meridian Pin is malfunctioning, and I couldn't find the entrance to the delve. I wanted to get us straight to our destination, but this is the only place I could dock the star skiff. Look, Exalting Sanctum, this is a safe place. Let's just walk the rest of the way from here.
Our hexagrammatic position is fluctuating between the marsh and water trigrams. The vessel is stranded and the way is blocked.
I heard the Xianzhou can tell your fortune. Is that how they do it? Anyone can count on their fingers. That's been out of fashion for hundreds of Amber eras.
I just performed some quick divination, and the hexagram is consistent with our current predicament. The Starskiff cannot take us to the Divination Commission today. Alas, without me in charge to handle the Stellaron crisis, I dare not even imagine the kind of mess the Commission must be in.
It's true. The Divination Commission really can't go a single day without Lady Fu.
That's why you have to develop your talent pool. Otherwise, everything falls apart when you go on vacation.
Since you are clearly ignorant of the Commission's internal affairs, I shall absolve you of your ridiculous remarks. I'm going ahead to make some inquiries. Goodbye.
You might not want to hear this, but your general gave us his word. We have to be present when you question Kafka.
You think too little of me. My word is my bond. I will stick to my promise even if this delve collapses. That's very unlikely, by the way. To have this prisoner speak, the Commission must resort to unconventional means, the nature of which is confidential and cannot be disclosed. Forgive me. But I can assure you that the questioning will not begin until you arrive, even if that means wasting precious time. I have appointed someone to wait for you in front of Exalting Sanctum Plaza. Once we've consolidated our internal affairs, you will be brought into the Divination Commission. Please be patient.
Okay. We trust you. I think I offended someone again. Hey, are you on her side? I just wanted to remind her not to break her promise, that's all.
Don't take it to heart, March. Miss Fushen seems like a reasonable lady. I'm sure she's not angry with you.
Really? I thought she was pretty icy. Dan Heng's not icy. He's nerdy.
Okay, enough chit-chat. I reckon the Divination Commission could be a while. Let's take a look around.
Yeah! That star skiff was pretty cool. There must be loads of interesting things in Exalting Sanctum.
Alright, time to buy some local delicacies. Song Lotus Cake. Immediately regenerate 30% of max energy. Tuskper wrap. A cake roll that's too cute to eat. Gets its name from the beautiful texture on the roll that resembles Tuskper's fur. Immediately heals a target for 20% of their max HP. Steamed puffer goat milk. And berry pheasant skewers. No idea what a berry peasant is.
That's the plaza. But I can't see anyone waiting for us. Should we look around?
The Rafu is famous for its monkeys.
The vending machine will restock in 8 hours. For now, I'm just going around purchasing as many healing delicacies as possible. Wow, that's a lot of reading. I'll come back to purchase all of these later. How about we try the area ahead of us later?
Everybody stay back! Give him this medicine and make him lie down!
Drop kicked.
I mean, make them lie down!
Drop kick out of nowhere.
Let's go.
What's wrong? You've just got to expand your thinking.
And now healed. Gonna speed things up again.
That'll teach you a lesson. Ready to lie down now? Thanks for helping to stabilize the patients. Your assertive sedation techniques are quite effective.
Oh, I like that. Assertive sedation.
sedation techniques? Does she mean beating people up?
Assertive sedation.
However, these Cloud Knights were already sick, and now they're injured too. I've got to bandage up their wounds, realign their bones. Ugh, as if I didn't have enough on my plate. Where did you come from, little one? Is your dad around? I don't have a dad. What about your mom? I don't have a mom either. I get it. You think because I'm small, I must be a runaway child. Welcome to the Xian Show, my short-lived outsider friends. Appearances can be deceiving here. The Vidyadhara race is self-reincarnating. No mom or dad required. I've been studying the art of healing ever since I cast off my old shell. You're looking at a recognized, practicing, dedicated doctor. Bellabog kids are making snowmen, while children here are writing prescriptions. Things haven't been very peaceful in the Lawful recently. Make sure you don't...
go running around, right? Well, your general gave us an errand, so I'm afraid we have to.
Well, seeing as you saved me just now, if you're unlucky enough to acquire any breaks or sprains, I'll treat you for free. As for medicine, I'll give you a 20% discount. Ha! Do you have any idea how many people in the law school are waiting for an appointment with me? You should count this as a blessing. If I hadn't left my purse at home, I wouldn't have to... Enough of that. I have patients to see.
Our little miracle worker seems very different from everyone else around. Don't you think, Mr. Yang?
So this is the Vidyadhara. I've only ever read about them. They're known as the Dragon race. Not hard to see why.
That's the best I can do.
What's that supposed to mean? Doctors don't give up that easily.
What else am I supposed to do? The route back to the Alchemy Commission has disappeared, and we're in the field without the right medicine or supplies. Besides, we have no record of this disease at all. These symptoms are consistent with someone about to be stricken with Mara.
According to his medical record, this man is barely over 200 years old. He only just joined the Cloud Knights. How can he possibly be Mara-struck? Why don't you take another look? If it goes on like this, the judges of the Ten Lords Commission will have to come out and clean up this mess.
Hurry! Find beds for the patients from the other delves and stabilize them. Remember to minimize contact. We don't want your people to succumb to the same evil.
Yeah. The Realm Keeping Commission is out in full strength. What about the Alchemy Commission? Why are there so few of you here?
Do you mean out in full force?
Hey, Missy, does this look like a classroom to you? Concentrate on treating the patients.
Everyone please remain calm. This is an announcement from the Realm Keeping Commission General Bureau. Exalting Sanctum is temporarily closing its borders and navigation routes. The details will be outlined in the official bulletin sent to your Jade Abacus soon. If you feel unwell, please report to the Realm Keeping Commission as soon as possible. We have doctors from the Alchemy Commission here who will see you free of charge. Oh, we will be distributing a bag of protein rice and emergency medicine to each of you. You can collect the supplies from me in person, or the Commission can deliver them to your door. I heard there's a problem with their Meridian Pin. Some diviners and stargazers managed to escape the delve. Many of them were terrified. They were muttering about plants and roots. Something terrible must have happened there. Do you have friends trapped in the delve? If you're worried about them, find a diviner and see if they can tell you what happened.
I'm sorry, did he just say Jade Abacus? Like some kind of smart device?
Please register with your Jade Abacus bracelet. Oh, you must be an outsider. I see. Please, sign here. I want to say it's all in a day's work, but I've been here for 12 hours already. When will this end?
Alright, I got some protein rice.
When it rains, it pours. The Artisanship Commission has its own issues. It sounds serious, too. Go and inform the Cloud Knights. See if you can... Oh, my apologies. I'm an orderly from the Realm Keeping Commission. Judging by your dress, you must be visitors to the Law Fu. And I'm a civil servant. The General hired me. Technically speaking, every traveler aboard the Law Fu is a guest of the General. If the port is still open, I would suggest you take a boat to Starskiff Haven right away. Though, I heard the route may have been temporarily suspended. Oh, that reminds me. I have a friend with a Starskiff and a travel permit. He could help you and your friends get over quickly. The price is fair and negotiable. What do you think? Well now, you must be quite special. Hey, don't spread this around, but this isn't some small-scale maintenance drill. The General has sent the Cloud Knights to check for hidden dangers. You may not need it right now, but if there's any help I can give you, come to me anytime.
Excuse me, fella. Hold on a moment.
Now that guy seemed a lot more reliable than Sampo Koski.
It was only thanks to your help earlier that the Dragon Lady and those Exalting Sanctum residents got away unscathed. The Dragon Lady of the Alchemy Commission, Lady Bailu.
You mean the child? She's starting to sound like a big shot.
A friend in the Skyfaring Commission told me the General commissioned guests to deal with the troubles on the Lafu. You must be the guests. If you don't mind, I hope you can take the time to come to the Realm Keeping Commission. I'd like to talk to you about the issues Exalting Sanctum is currently facing.
What does that mean? It's just a picture. Are we supposed to meet someone there? It's like one of those messages a kidnapper sends in a horror movie.
That's enough of that. Come on, let's go.
Hurry up, Qingque. We'll be fossils by the time you're finished.
I heard there was a disaster in the Divination Commission's delve? I'm surprised you're in the mood to play right now, Qingque.
Even if the sky was gonna collapse on the Divination Commission, the Master Diviner would be there to hold it up. What she lacks in height, she more than makes up for in stamina. Anyway, I didn't come here just to play. She ordered me to wait here for our guests. Time is precious. I'm simply multitasking. It's the place in the photo, all right. Is this a games parlor? What kind of problem can they possibly be facing? Isn't this hand a problem? I have the worst luck. Oh, hi there! I can tell just by looking at you that you're the Divination Commission's guests. I know, I'm sorry. I was going to wait for you by the statue, but... Ah! Triplet! But folks from the Realm Keeping Commission descended on the area. It's too loud over there now. Pass! Pass! So I thought to myself, wouldn't it be better to meet somewhere quieter? Four of a kind! And wouldn't that be more fun, too? Better to show you the real Exalting Sanctum and introduce you to a true Xianzhou pastime, Celestial Jade! Ha-ha! Victory! Now that my wish has been fulfilled, there's nothing holding us back. Follow me, honored guests.
This is quiet?
I must apologize for your long wait, honored guests.
It wasn't too long. Seeing your enthusiasm for this Celestial Jade game has stoked my curiosity.
I'm glad to hear it. You clearly have excellent taste. If you're interested, I can show you how to play. Ah, look. Is that a...
It's an ancient tree. We call it the Ambrosial Arbor. It was once the Xianzhou Luofu's prized treasure.
I didn't know the Skyfaring Commission were history buffs. Not bad. Younger generations usually don't know much about it. It's said that the Ambrosial Arbor is an ancient remnant from when the Xianzhou roamed the ether. From a distance, it looks like half a tree stump. But according to records of the early nation, in its prime, it wound into the heavens, and from it celestial bodies hung. Meaning?
It means the tree was as tall as the sky and stars hung from its branches.
So, how big was it? Bigger than the Express? Bigger than Herta Space Station? No, that can't be right. Stars hung from its branches. Then, how did it fit in the Xianzhou? Those are metaphors. You shouldn't take poetry so literally. Anyway, it's just a legend. I see this view every day on my way to work. I'm kind of bored of it. Let's go.
Did your extractor cleaned or your star skip serviced? Look no further.
Come on, draw already.
I don't believe in ghosts.
We're almost there, everyone. Stay close. Just a heads up, please don't go running off once we're inside. You may be the Master Diviner's guests, but she hates people who don't abide by rules and regulations. Oh, and people who ask too many questions, not to mention... Please, don't push her buttons.
We're just here for the questioning. We'll leave as soon as it's over.
Turn it up!
Expand your Perhaps you still do. Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Reach the end of the story in your own.
You won't get away. Ready to lose yourself?
You can fight it or rock with it.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Oh, how lovely. They even made a wanted poster for Kafka. I really hope I'm never on a wanted poster in this game. But with my luck, that's probably gonna happen sooner rather than later. Yeah. Cancel. Cancel subscription. We've noticed you have engaged with our Hexanexus devices multiple times and have taken the treasure from the chest. That is our treasure chest. Well, this is unusual. Normally, when someone gets mad about me opening up their treasure chest, they usually jump out and try to get it back. This is the first time anyone's actually ever texted me over it. Is the chest up for grabs? Okay, yeah, that's just... that's concerning. You know what, we're going to raid these chests anyway, so...
You won't get away.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Another calyx.
This is our chance.
Keep up!
You won't get away.
Time for an overhaul.
Let's go.
Turn it up! You won't get away.
Never seen perfection before? Expand your thinking.
One complaint I have with this menu, it's not as intuitive as Genshin's. If you're so much as off ever so slightly with angling the right analog stick when going through the shortcut wheel, it'll put you in inventory rather than this menu.
Is that all?
So strange. Oh, let me guess, the gate isn't working? I don't understand. It's never been locked before. And no one told me to take a key. Hey, I know the food here sucks, but that's no reason to shut the gate on our guests. Are you really from the Divination Commission? Don't scare me. Master Diviner wouldn't let anything bad happen on her watch. There's no need to panic, okay? This isn't the only entrance into the Divination Commission. I know an emergency access. Here it is. I used... Ugh, Stellaron corrosion. What's going on? Great. This gate won't open either. We've kept the Master Diviner waiting. No doubt she'll blame unreliable Chinchilla for messing up once again. I knew I'd offended that Diviner. That's why she sent this girl to help us.
Miss Qingqi, if you don't mind, may I take a look?
Huh? Oh, no need. Actually, I was just being polite. I don't see why not. Let me show you. This thing is pretty fun.
Jade Abacus substrate system developed by the Artisanship Commission. Move the computing modules with subroutines stored in them to bases with corresponding patterns so that the substrate can function normally. Okay. Okay. That's how it works.
Wow, you're amazing, Mr. Yang. You handled that well for an outsider. I officially hand over the title of Keeper of the Loafing Gate to you.
Now we just rush him and hit him with a baseball bat. Simple tactic.
Anyone here surprised? Anyone?
Here comes trouble.
Can't we run around to them for a change?
That's what I was planning to do.
Perhaps you still don't understand.
What just happened?
Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
This song's for you.
You won't get away.
Alright, there we go.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
Guess we gotta rip this place a new one just to make it to where we were invited to.
Let's go.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it! Pretty good crowd today. Keep up!
You won't get away. You won't get away.
This song's for you. Let's rock!
I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Was that the wind?
Let's make it quick.
Alright, main gate's open.
I'm sorry, the Cloud Knights have orders from the Master Diviner to secure the Commission's safety. The area up ahead is temporarily closed.
So these guys are still sane. So why was the front gate locked?
Wow, a rare honor.
Me? Have we met?
No, I met Chinchua. I didn't expect to see her here during work hours.
That's unfair. I'm working hard. Look, these are the guests the Master Diviner wants to meet.
A rare honor.
Are you talking about us this time?
Yes. The Master Diviner rarely allows outsiders. She likes her peace and quiet. If you want to see the Master Diviner, head straight to the Matrix of Prescience. They're short of hands. The Master Diviner is run off her feet, and the Cloud Knights stationed there are driving away evil spirits. I don't know when they'll be done.
This is the Matrix of Prescience, a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal. It's the pride and joy of the Divination Commission.
We've heard the term Jade Abacus a few times now. Would you mind explaining what it is, Miss Qingque?
A Jade Abacus is just... a Jade Abacus. That's a good question, Mr. Yang. It might take me a minute to give you an answer. Let me think. The book, Glimpses into the Beyond, describes it as living jade engraved with symbols for divination into the unknown. Just like engraving a seal, the craftsmen of the Xianzhou Artisanship Commission carve faint symbols into pieces of jade and then insert them into machines to get them to operate according to a certain intention. Some jade abacuses are small enough to fit inside bracelets and jewelry. We put the bigger ones into instruments of calculation, so we can simulate the future and learn from the past. Take the Matrix of Prescience here as an example. As long as sufficient information is provided, it can answer questions on anything, From the evolution of natural phenomena to the metabolism of living things. They say the theory behind the symbols was handed down by Noose, the Wisdom Walker. The principles are so profound that in the Divination Commission, only the Master Diviner truly understands them.
So they're computers.
Seems like it, but Jade Abacus does sound a lot better. Besides, ordinary computers don't have cool backstories. Technology handed down from Noose. Huh. Even in Madame Herta's space station, I never saw anything related to Noose. Anyway, don't dwell on names. As long as the machine works, what does it matter whether it's a Jade Abacus or a computer? Just like today. Would it have mattered if Baichue had brought you here instead of Qingchue? It makes no difference at all. We're almost at the Matrix of Prescience core. The Master Diviner should be waiting.
Meta-algorithm reading complete. Inputting Jade Abacus for simulation. Divination inference complete. Hexagrammatic position established. Fluctuation range is between the marsh and the water trigrams. Error margin of 0.2%. The algorithm is correct, so what's interfering with the instruments?
Diviner Fu, how are things progressing?
We're fluctuating between the heaven and thunder trigrams. A step forward bridges no distance hence.
And for those who don't speak Fu Shen?
It's an utter disaster. How's that for a Divination Commission fortune? The Matrix of Prescience has stopped operating, and the symbols have dimmed. There are Stellaron spirits wreaking havoc inside the Commission, and the Cloud Knights are struggling to protect civilians. I want to restore the Matrix of Prescience, but I have no forces available. And on top of all of that, General, we still have to deal with the Stellaron Hunter you handed to us. If that's not an utter disaster, then I don't know what is.
But you're Fu Shen, the seer. The boundless, omniscient. Bringing luck and avoiding misfortune is your strong suit, isn't it?
You don't need to flatter me, General. It's natural for fortune to fluctuate. There's no escaping it. The Divination Commission simply does its best to uncover the good and the bad and then make the right decisions. We have no magical means to turn the tide.
And that is precisely why we need you in charge. When it comes to handling clairvoyant Stellaron hunters, who better than Fu Shen the Seer? As for reinforcements, you didn't think I'd be unprepared, did you? Look, help has just arrived.
Master Diviner, I brought you the guests. Though, it wasn't your order I received. So, General, even guests are on the payroll these days?
Well, since they're here already, I may as well make use of them.
Entering the Matrix of Prescience without my permission is a breach of protocol. Would be an ungracious thing to say in the present circumstances. I admit I'm pleasantly surprised to see you here. Qingchue is often unreliable, but she comes through for us when the need arises. I was waiting for the Matrix of Prescience to resume operations so that you might gain insight into my divination techniques. It was rude of me to keep you waiting so long. No need for the formalities. We heard what the General said. If you need something from us, just say the word. Very well, then I'll keep this brief. The Divination Commission is currently understaffed. I need your help to restart the Matrix of Prescience's space terminals. And eliminate the Stellaron spirits along the way. Yes, but you needn't worry. You have my permission. Xing Cui will accompany you. She'll be in charge of restarting the terminal. As for eliminating the spirits...
I hath divined our future. We are destined to be errand runners. Forever.
What? Which magic word?
The universal one? Please?
Oh. Please.
Good enough.
Xing Cui, restarting the base terminals will be your responsibility. Oh, and forget everything you saw and heard just now.
Is this what I get? No reward and a bunch of extra work?
The Master Diviner wants me to restart the Matrix of Prescience's base terminals. And bring you along for the ride. I worked so hard on getting transferred to the repository. It's the best place to slack off and be invisible. Now I actually have career prospects. This is terrible. If I screw it up, they might fire me. But if I get it done right, they'll send me more work. I'm gonna ask more questions next time. I could be playing Celestial Jade right now.
Yet another effort to fail upwards.
It's been a while, my astral guest. Thanks to you, the Lawfu has successfully brought Kafka to justice. I am truly grateful. There hadn't been a single Stellaron hunter arrest since the Inter-Astral Peace Corporation issued their bounty. This is a victory for the Xianzhou. Once this is over and the Stellaron curse has been lifted, the Xianzhou will have no more use for Kafka. If you wish to claim the bounty, feel free to take her to the IPC. The Alliance has no interest in the IPC's reward. Blade, on the other hand, is a wanted criminal for the Xianzhou. He must remain with us. At present, Kafka has no intention of speaking, and the Stellaron hunter's motives remain unknown. We must rely on the power of the Divination Commission to unearth the truth.
Unearth the truth? You mean interrogate Kafka with the Matrix of Prescience?
Precisely. The Matrix of Prescience is the Divination Commission's ultimate weapon, and was originally used to calculate navigation routes and predict future events. But the secrets of the Stellaron hunters cannot remain hidden any longer. I have no choice but to move beyond conventional protocol. We must use divination to ascertain Kafka's intent. Everything hinges on restoring the Matrix of Prescience, which is why I would like you to help Diviner Fu complete the setup. I am eternally grateful for your assistance.
Alright. Shifting Screen is a short-distance teleportation device of the Artisanship Commission that allows characters to teleport between two spatial coordinates. Some shifting screens can be rotated and aligned to another shifting screen, allowing characters to teleport between them. Interesting. Alright, let's start off by just unlocking some doors.
Let me see. This is the temporal terminal. Observes the potential of the temporal plane. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to time.
Mutare Magnus is a large-scale Jade Abacus calculation terminal used to calculate shipping routes and predict future events. To activate the base terminal, simply move the layout on the ground to match the pattern with the shape that is shown. Oh, nice. That's a nice effect.
That should do it.
What? You just matched up those symbols. Is that it?
The more complex something is, the more important it is to keep it simple. Don't you think?
If it's so simple, why didn't your master diviner come and do it herself?
Maybe deep down she just wants to be lazy once in a while. Like me.
Let's go.
You won't get away.
Let's rock.
Never seen perfect. Stand your thinking.
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
Curiosity. Endless riddles. Nothing but a void.
No match for me. Keep at it. Is that all?
You won't get away.
Let's go.
I have something.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
heck is this? It looks like a walking gate.
Take it easy. There's nothing supernatural on the Joe. It's an arumaton. It's guarding the matrix of prescience. They're stationed at various strategic places.
I feel like it needs a sign saying mortals forbidden or something. Are you sure it won't fly into a rage if we walk past it?
We're here by order of the Master Diviner to restart the Matrix of Prescience. Friends, not foes.
Passage prohibited.
March! You should join the Divination Commission. Quick, do something!
Stay alert.
You don't need to be a diviner to figure out that this would have turned out this way.
Pretty good crowd today.
Turn it up!
You can fight it or rock with it.
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
There we go! I don't have time for games. Open sesame.
Let's make it quick.
This song's for you.
Let's rock!
That's it.
Let's go.
Pretty good crowd today.
Keep up!
Barely felt it.
Rules are made to be broken. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
This must be the spatial terminal. They say this terminal is designed to retrieve information related to space. You probably could have guessed that. Done. Next.
Was that the way?
Let's make it quick. Reach the end of the story in your own way.
You won't get away.
So that's how it works. Is that all?
Let me guess. Time, space. I bet the next terminal is energy related.
Darn, the Karma Terminal. They say this terminal is designed to establish causal relationships.
No match for me.
Ugh, we did it. All 3 terminals activated. Let's go back to the core and report to the Master Diviner.
Looks good. Nice.
Well done, all of you. I can sense the matrix of prescient symbols re-illuminating. Now, to interrogate Kafka. Those of you in the core may feel a few impacts. Are you ready?
Is this really necessary? I said I'd cooperate with you.
I have no interest in the words of wanted criminals, especially those skilled in the art of manipulation. So, say what you will. I'm here to witness the divination of the Matrix of Prescience. The Divination Commission has ways of extracting the truth, and they're far more effective than a conversation.
Then please, Master Diviner, witness my destiny. Not what you were expecting.
I can't believe it. But the Matrix of Prescience cannot be wrong. Kafka has nothing to do with the Stellaron, but you... It's you. Absurd! I'd never have thought it. Ask her yourself. Take as long as you wish. I must report this to the General immediately. Please excuse me.
You go ask her. I know you still have many questions for Kafka yourself.
Hi. You haven't changed a bit. I'm sorry you have to see me in such a sorry state. Fine, if you prefer. Not friends. I didn't talk to you on the train because I knew you and I would get to talk alone here. Worth waiting for, don't you think? You seem to have a lot to ask me. Elio said he foresaw 3 questions, but they would be the same in essence. If I were to hear one of them, I would then tell you the objective of this trip in all its detail. Since you asked one of the 3 questions, it means everything is going smoothly. Are you ready to hear my answer? Cienjo's Stellaron problem is not directly linked to us. But if you look at it from Elio's perspective, you can't say the Stellaron hunters are completely innocent. We foresaw all this long ago, but chose to remain indifferent until the time was right for us to get involved. Diviner Fu was surprised because she discovered 3 truths. 1. The Stellaron hunters are not enemies of the Cienjo. You know this now, though you refuse to believe it. 2. Someone else brought the Stellaron into the Cienjo and activated it. A result of both internal unrest and external aggression. Traitors on the Luofu and enemies from outside want to overthrow the Cienjo. The Master Diviner is in a hurry to find the General, presumably to inform him of this fact. However, that's all the Master Diviner knows, because Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. He foresaw the Divination Commission using the Matrix of Prescience against me. To guard against setbacks, he ensured that I knew only what he wanted the Cienjo Alliance to know in this moment. As for number 3, even in their wildest dreams, the Cienjo Alliance could never have guessed it. If the Stellaron hunters aren't the cause of all this, then why are Blady and I even here? We're here for you. Sounds ridiculous, doesn't it? It's no wonder Fu Shen doesn't believe it either. But the Matrix of Prescience doesn't lie. The answer is just that bizarre. The Stellaron hunters appearing here, Blady getting arrested, me being lured to the Matrix of Prescience. It was all to bring you, the Astral Express crew, to the Cienjo. In the future that Elio chose, the power of the hunt is indispensable. And that's why the Astral Express crew had to come to the Luofu and achieve something important for the Cienjo. You had to establish a connection with the Alliance. And that's why I had to trick you into coming here. I needed you to meet the Lafu's general in person and to help him resolve the Stellaron crisis. I needed the Alliance to owe you a favor. That way, in the future, at the most critical moment, the Cienjo will offer you their help. What do you think? Surprised? The notorious Stellaron hunters did all that just to make you a hero of the Cienjo? Quite the plot twist, don't you think? Like I said, Elio withheld key pieces of information from me. The future holds endless possibilities. Knowing the right thing at the wrong time could spoil all our hard work. There is only one thing I can tell you about the future. In the best and the worst cases, you will eventually have to face Nanook the Destruction. And when that time comes, you will need all the help you can get. It will be a brutal struggle of Ionic proportions. Proportions that neither you, nor I, nor the Astral Express will ever be able to reach. In the vast majority of futures, that's when destiny ends. But if we follow Elio's plan, there may be a glimmer of hope on the horizon. You know, even eons can be killed.
Hey, Luocha. You didn't finish telling us about the propagation. Keep going, it's interesting. So, eons can die, huh? Weird. I thought they were invincible.
There is no true invincibility or immortality in the world. Such exaggerations are born of the perspectives of ordinary beings. Nonetheless, ordinary beings could not have orchestrated the fall of the propagation. That eon was slain at the hands of another eon.
I don't understand. They're all eons. Why do they want to fight?
Are you really from the Cienjo? Other eons aside, surely you must know the story of Lan and Yaosha. Isn't destroying the Eon Yaosha the Alliance's cherished aim?
Of course I know. Well, I know a little. My mom made me practice with swords all day. I didn't really go to school.
In that case, let's just change the subject. If you don't know about the feud between the Hunt and the Abundance, I'm afraid there's just too much to explain.
Fine. How's this for a subject? What's in the box?
Oh, this one? It's a casket, more commonly known as a coffin. It's for containing the remains of the deceased.
The deceased? Aren't you a merchant?
Yes, indeed. This is just part of my job. I was asked to deliver this coffin to the Cienjo. I'd quite forgotten. For long life species, death is probably a distant concept.
Nope. The Cloud Knights spend a lot of time on the battlefield. Death is a common occurrence. It's just, we don't put bodies in boxes? Coffins. In the Cienjo, people go to the Hall of Karma in the Ten Lords Commission and consecrate the names and jade abacuses of the dead. It's our way of saying goodbye. The Foxians and the Videodora have their own ceremonies. Foxian soldiers place their dead in star skiffs and then let them drift out into the stars. They call it the Verdantia returning. As for the Videodora, they're more mysterious. They say that when a Videodora is very old or has a fatal injury, they turn into an egg that looks like a pearl. When the shell breaks, they come out looking young again. My mom calls the Videodora long scions. When I was young, she told me stories of how the Videodora could turn into dragons. I don't know if that's true. What do you know? Silent but deadly speaks.
Your mother is right. The Videodora are long scions. They are descendants of the Eon of Permanence. That was why some, but not all, could turn into dragons. The power was a rare inheritance, passed down only to those who could successfully complete numerous rites and challenges. For the inheritor, it was hard to say whether it was a blessing or a curse.
I've heard the story of Long the Permanence and their descendants. Many myths and legends praise the Eon for a rich and immortal life. But for some reason, the Eon disappeared among the stars without a trace. Almost as if they had never existed, leaving only their descendants. Every life has its limit. Even the Eons are not truly immortal and will eventually reach the end of their lives.
Let me ask you one more question. Do you know the person in the coffin?
Yes.
Friend?
No.
So, a sweetheart?
Miss, whatever gave you that impression? The individual in the coffin is neither friend nor relative. We met only once. By chance, I made someone a promise, and so I have to run this errand. Let's leave it at that, shall we? I think we've all had enough rest. You! Ha!
Dodge this!
I'll...
Don't your hands hurt?
I've no interest. Mara struck.
It looks like someone's hurt.
Wait. Let's think before we act.
Silent but deadly. Locha, let's charge in together. If we take them out quickly, we can rescue the girl.
What happened to us letting you handle it?
I've only got 2 hands. Please, I'll wangle you a prize for your bravery or something when it's all over.
Enough. Let's go.
The truth of life and death. The sanctuary is but a vision. Break!
Let me through! Dodge this!
You!
Fighting is...
Want to see what I can do? Miss, are you okay?
What do you think?
Sorry, I didn't see any blood, so I thought you were okay. You're a puppet.
My motor is broken. I can't move. Are you a Cloud Knight? Good. Take me to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Locha, silent but deadly. I'm afraid we have to delay things again. This lady is one of the judges of the Ten Lords Commission. As a Cloud Knight, I must prioritize her orders. I'm sorry. If I'd known, I wouldn't have got you to come with me. You'd probably be there by now if you'd gone by yourself.
I happen to have some medical knowledge. Perhaps I can treat the young lady's injuries?
Well, it's just... she's a puppet. I think we should just take her to the Realm Keeping Commission.
Don't worry, Miss Sushang. Leave it to me. You might get an aching or numbing sensation, but it shouldn't be too painful. Do you think you can hold still?
It won't work. My body is mechanical, not flesh and blood.
Be it mechanical or organic, we're still dealing with composite substances. I just hope you'll tolerate my methods.
Huh. Curious.
How... what kind of medical knowledge is this?
Abundance.
Very good. We, no longer need to return to the Realm Keeping Commission. The mission continues. As a judge in the employ of the Ten Lords Commission, I am forbidden from interfering in the affairs of outsiders. However, seeing as you came to my aid, a word of advice. Leave as soon as possible. I came to address the root of our crisis by arresting a fugitive, a Stellaron hunter. This villain possesses exceptional swordsmanship and wields a divine weapon. They are extremely dangerous. If it hadn't been for a strange accident, my wingspan might have been cut short.
Strange accident?
Come with me. I've never seen anything like it.
You know, even eons can be killed. Are you kidding? That's not what we want. I just want to tell stories from the past. Stories about eons that have fallen. Lon the Permanence, Drilla the Beauty, Anna the Order, Tazeronth the Propagation, Akivili the Trailblaze. These names were once known all over the universe. Now they've all but disappeared, leaving behind only masterless paths. And currently, There are 3 ways an eon can perish known to humanity. 1. Paths with overlapping concepts will eventually collide, and the broader path will engulf the narrower one. That's how End of the Order was assimilated by Shipe the Harmony. 2. In a war between eons, the stronger side will annihilate the weaker one. That's how Tazeronth the Propagation fell. Under the guidance of the Hunt, the Cienjo Alliance travels the universe exterminating abominations cultivated by the Abundance. So, the Cienjo, too, are engaged in this process. I don't know. Akavili's disappearance was very mysterious. Noose is probably the only one that can answer that question. After all, Droid Head knows everything. What do you think? Fascinating stories, no? They're the kind of stories that folks on the straight and narrow would never tell you. Hold on. Any minute now. It's begun. Let's go, Blady. 2 more places to visit.
Did Kafka escape? How are we gonna explain this to the Master Diviner?
If what she said is true, we won't have to explain anything.
Hey, did she brainwash you? Wasn't this the dead tree Qingque showed us earlier? How did it grow all of a sudden?
Amazing! Absolutely amazing! Even the long-lived might not witness something like this in their lifetime. I'm so lucky!
Such extraordinary energy. It's the Stellaron.
Mr. Yang, do you mean the Stellaron is making the ambrosial arbor grow?
Yes, the Stellaron the Cloud Knights are searching for must be causing this anomaly.
Is that all? Nice.
You won't get away.
Rules are made to be broken.
You won't get away.
Time for that.
Reach the end of the story in your own way.
What was that? A new crucible for the furnace.
Perhaps you still... Humanity never conceals its desire to control the heavens, and I'm no exception.
Ready to lose your... You can fight it, or rock with it! Keep up!
Open sesame.
Time for an overhaul.
Looks good. Is that all?
Unless Kafka deceived the Matrix of Prescience.
Stay calm, Diviner Fu. The Matrix of Prescience does not lie. The logic you have laid out concerning Kafka makes sense. It has helped me to fill in another piece of the puzzle. I agree there is a hostile external force at work on the Luofu. The Stellaron didn't appear out of thin air. Someone managed to sneak it onto the ship. As for the culprits behind the Luofu's internal strife, I believe we are dealing with the so-called disciples of Sanctus Medicus. That shadowy organization of the denizens of abundance. Kafka's revelations confirm my suspicions.
General, when did you have these suspicions?
The moment the planter of the Stellaron revealed themselves. The Xianzhou has the blessing of the Rainbow Arbiter, and only another Aeon's Emanator would be capable of sneaking onto this ship without my knowing. We are dealing with an external threat. The Stellaron corrosion continues to flood into the ship, and yet it bypassed both the seat of divine foresight and the shackling prison. There is forethought here. Our enemy must have had access to Luofu intelligence for things to unfold in this way. It is evident now. The Stellaron hunters aren't the ones behind the curtain. No. As soon as I set eyes on Blade, it was clear to me. But why is he here? And why did he draw the Astral Express? That piece of the puzzle still eludes me. Nevertheless, Lady Fu, your intel means the puzzle is more complete than it was before. These Stellaron hunters are a captivating group. Such lengths to get the Xianzhou and the Express onto the same track. Who would have believed it?
General, we must retain all urgency. The Ambrosial Arbor.
It's the Stellaron. No need to search high and low. The traders have planted it in the Ambrosial Arbor's delve, thereby causing the tree to grow once again. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus couldn't hold off any longer.
Every crisis is a turning point. A problem is easier to resolve when you know where it lies. Am I coming up with a plan again?
Of course. I'm sure you have a countermeasure at the ready, Master Diviner.
From my perspective, convening the Cloud Knights is our immediate priority. We must head into the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor, expel the Stellaron spirits, and prevent the Arbor's resurrection.
As ever, the Master Diviner's omniscia provides for the fastest solution. However, sometimes speed is not everything. I have known the Stellaron's location for a while now. So why have I held back our forces?
General,
Well?
you're a scoundrel.
Pulling up the grass requires removing the roots. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus have chosen to make their move now. Which means the Cloud Knights have the situation under control, and the traitors have run out of patience. Now is the time to capture them all in one fell swoop.
You've been sitting on that this whole time? How will you justify the losses if something goes wrong, General?
Please, Lady Fu. I still have forces to deploy. We were in need of extra hands, and the Stellaron hunters were kind enough to bring us together with the Astral Express. How could I look the other way?
That massive tree has suddenly sprung to life.
It's my fault. I had higher expectations of the General. Please, we can't keep getting them to do everything for us. Since when did we run out of people on the Law Fu? Why are you staring at me? Do I need to remind you, General, that the Ambrosial Arbor's access point is a closely guarded secret? Allowing Outworlders would be...
A violation of the rules and regulations. I would like to remind you, Lady Fu, that the Xianzhou comes before its rules and regulations, all the more so in times of crisis. As such, I am about to make a decision that runs counter to those rules and regulations. Oh, decisions plural. What a rare pleasure. Lady Fu, I hereby issue you with the military tally. The Cloud Knights will be under your control. You will act in concert with the other forces in the approach to the Ambrosial Arbor through the Alchemy Commission delve.
Under... my control?
You've been eager to discover for yourself what it is to be a general, have you not?
You've never given me the opportunity, and now suddenly... Understood. As you wish.
As for our astral friends, I hereby formally welcome you all to join our operation to seal the Stellaron. Lady Fu will deploy the Cloud Knights, but I would like you to set off in advance. Take a shortcut through the Artisanship Commission and convene with Lady Fu further down the line. This is no errand, honored guests. I am merely stating what needs to be done should you wish to help us.
You've never really seen us as outsiders, huh?
Miss Tingyun, I would like you to continue to serve as a guide for our astral friends.
Of course, General. I am duty-bound.
The Alchemy Commission and Scale Gorge Waterscape delves are adjacent to the Ambrosial Arbor's seal. I'd like you to investigate these places. It is an ancient artifact that was planted on the Xianzhou Lafu by Yaoshe, the Eon of Abundance. It has the power to shape life and subdue death at will. The ancestors of the Lafu people consumed the fruits of the Ambrosial Arbor and gained endless lifespans, thus becoming long-life species.
Oh, sounds like an amazing treasure.
Yes. It was also the bane of everything to come. As outsiders, you are unfamiliar with the history of the Xianzhou. I cannot blame you for asking a question like this. Let me tell you a story. Long ago, before the Xianzhou took to the skies, our ancestors lived on the surface of a planet. Like all of you, the Xianzhou people at that time were a mortal species with a lifespan of fewer than 100 years. There was a time when the ruling emperor could not bear his temporary existence, or the thought of his life's achievements being lost to another after his death. He became fixated on acquiring an elixir of immortality, and focused his power on constructing a fleet of 9 ships. These ships would voyage into deep space, where traces of gods were rumored to exist.
Did he succeed?
Yes, and no. He succeeded because, after an arduous journey, the 9 ships eventually witnessed the manifestation of a god. Yao She's appearance provided for all manner of unfathomable celestial blessings. However, he failed because the fleet has been lost ever since, and has never been able to return to its home planet.
That doesn't sound so bad. The Xianzhou people went on a great adventure and got what they wanted in the end. Right?
Oh? Our ancestors once thought so too, but the miracle of longevity was nothing more than a vain dream. Take the Lao Fu, for example. Immortality seems like a beautiful thing. But what followed was population expansion and diminishing resources. In the struggle for survival, the immortals lost their humanity and degenerated into mere beasts. After paying the price with blood and tears, the Lao Fu people finally understood that immortality was not a free blessing, but the beginning of a cruel ordeal. In the eras that followed, other beings that had likewise received Yao She's blessings repeatedly attacked the Xianzhou in an attempt to take the sacred artifact as their own. Countless atrocities were committed as a result. Many Xianzhou comrades who were lucky enough to survive the wars became stricken with Mara, a condition that immortals are susceptible to. Had it not been for the enlightenment and protection of the Rainbow Arbiter, the Xianzhou alliance you see today would never have existed. At this point in the story, I assume you understand the disasters that the resurrection of the Ambrosial Arbor might bring about? Thousands of years have passed since the Rainbow Arbiter felled the Ambrosial Arbor. Most in the Xianzhou regard the Arbor as nothing more than the stump of a dead tree. Only those familiar with our history and the ancient texts know of its origin. Our ancestors placed the stump in full view of the people precisely to make it seem unimportant. But in fact, they sealed it behind layers upon layers of delve enchantment. Even if one travels toward the Ambrosial Arbor, one will never reach it. Someone brought a Stellaron into the Xianzhou and planted it among the roots of the Ambrosial Arbor. They wished to resurrect it and achieve their hidden goal through external aggression. In my opinion, the force that provided the Stellaron and the force that activated it have different objectives. I have asked Fu Shen to open a shortcut to the Divination Commission for you.
Alright, that is going to be it for today at just under 4 hours. We'll be continuing this tomorrow, as long as the PlayStation Network remains stable. Thank you so much to everyone who came to watch this stream today, and those who come to watch the playback later, and those who go back almost more than a year to watch the first Honkai Star Rail stream. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you are notified when the next Honkai Star Rail stream comes around, and I will see you next time.